Hi, my name is Samantha Littman Porter. I was one of the founding members of HE and was a producer.
My name is Rachel Avery. I graduated from the School of Comm at Hofstra University in 2002.
I'm Dr. Jamie Cohen, and I was the second producer of Thursday Night Live, and I was there during the founding era of the period of Heat.
When it started, Samantha Littman and I, and there was another colleague of ours, Beth Jones, we kind of all came together, and the dean at the time, Dean Back, talked about he wanted to do a TV station that was different from classes, but able to produce content as sort of like, on the side. So we were like, sure, whatever.
One night late with Rachel Avery in a room somewhere we used to call it Dempster Hall, thinking about like, how can we make a studio from all the amazing talent that we had at Hofstra.
The name Heat, we were like, should we call it HTV?
I feel like we were playing around with different acronyms. We were thinking about Hofstra, so the H, and we were like, okay, Hofstra Entertainment. I feel like we probably were just throwing, spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks.
Someone suggested Heat, the Hofstra Entertainment Access Television, because then we could use flames in the logo.
Obviously, we had Dr. G sort of leading the charge, but I think it was honestly a bunch of kids trying to figure out how to create a channel and how to create different shows and have different programming. It was, the start, honestly, probably of a lot of people's careers. And it was just a lot of us getting together, trying to figure out how to make it interesting and entertaining.
Burbling in the background was this new initiative that was going on in the School of Communication, and it was called HEAT, and it was Hofstra Entertainment Access Television. So there was a channel called 34. That channel needed content. So this creative endeavor burst up among the seniors and the juniors. So Rachel Avery and Sam Littman kind of came up with the structure, and then there was a pilot program of all these different shows, and Thursday Night Live was one of them.
So TNL was the first Heat show, and it was not the way it is now. It was like a monologue stand-up format, more like a late show talk show.
We were really trying to model it after Saturday Night Live, but more in an interview type fashion that would make kids just want to, tune in and check it out.
But at that time, because we didn't have framework, we didn't have structure, we were building the plane as it was flying. TNL was the only thing that was pitched. The two initial producers were Dave Ringel and Joe Lambino, and they were just like Samantha and I in that they took the idea and just did it.
The first 2 years of HEAT were a guerrilla tactic. It was not endorsed by the faculty. So it was very much a dean's initiative, not a faculty initiative. And we did a lot of things because we didn't have rules. And so those non-rules allowed us to do a lot of things that should not have been allowed. But that's when you watch early TNL, you're watching guerrilla television.
HTV before Heat would play videos. In your dorm room, you could watch Hofstra Television and they would be playing FYI and News and Views, and that was the class run. And then we would have the senior level projects that would get broadcast live on these two stations that would show only in the dorm rooms. And so the show, Thursday Night Live on Thursday nights, was the other show that would show up on these TV stations. But that was all that we could do that first year, was get that first show up, get the name, and then we handed it to the class of 2003. And they, in so many ways, took it and really made it into what it is. More shows got added. Thursday Night Live moved into that different structure that it's in now, which is more of that sketch comedy.
We started talking about, okay, what other shows could we create on a weekly basis, monthly basis, bi-weekly? How do we create more content? Because it's obviously always a challenge creating more content and making sure you have more of a lineup versus just one show.
That first year, we were just like, let's get it done. Whatever we need to get done, let's get it done. And we did.
Probably the most memorable pieces that come from that, I would say, are Chaos Ensues, the packages that I would do and get in trouble for, or the trouble I would get in with Marcus when we would do Marcus on a Mission.
Just being at the School of Comm with my friends, laughing, creating something amazing. I would say that my most memorable times are just literally being at the studio and being in that control room.
Every moment is from being in Dempster Hall or being in the School of Communication. I think of being in one of the studios or one of the control rooms.
Tell everybody I say hi that works on this. I think everybody who works in HEAT will have a good time.
I just wanted to say congratulations to the students that have been working on it and are still working on it to this day. It's so amazing to be able to reflect back and think about all of the amazing accomplishments that you've had. Obviously, big thank you to Dr. G. He is definitely, for me, a mentor. He's always been and he always will be. And, I think just huge accomplishment to be able to have something so significant started 20 years ago and still, be around today.
Also glad you guys have kept the torch going. I can't believe it's 20 years, but I'm really proud of what each class has done since then and the changes they've made. And it really truly is a testament to the education that we receive.